Welcome to the third random status quo song review. So without further ado, we'll hit the number generator. And then we can find out what song that is. So yes, it's Big Man from the 1982 album. And Core celebrating their 20th anniversary at this point. 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 2 equals 20. So going by that, you'd think the Core, they're pretty good at maths. Until 8 years later, and they of course celebrated their 25th anniversary. This is the last track on the album. Although, unfortunately, unlike some of those glorious 70s albums, it's not a big epic tune. You could be saying it's maybe a slightly limp way to go out. It's sung by Alan Lancaster, and he wrote it with Mick Green of the Pirates, who I'll admit I'm not particularly familiar with. In the booklet of the deluxe edition, he's obviously interviewed at the time, and he says something. That was another bloody terrible one. So a good endorsement from the writer himself. Yeah, and I think with Cole, as probably with most bands, you know, there's a kind of debate about when they were at their greatest, and particularly with the Cole, there's the easy way to go is the end of the road 84, the kind of Lancaster years against the Rhino years. But people will say the rot had long set in, and had Lancaster remained in the band, it wouldn't have helped. And they cite Big Man as one of the reasons. I don't think it's got a good rep. And he's in those notes, he said that they needed a sequencer to help record it, and those hadn't been invented yet. So I assume he's meaning with greater technology, a few years down the line, they could have done a better job of it. Listening to how he said there would probably been better ditching a lot of the keyboards and synths and effects on it, and because after the kind of synthy intro that comes in, there's a riff played on both synths and guitar. And if they'd maybe just played it on guitar, it would have been that would have been preferable. And obviously this is Pete Kircher's first album, but as Coughlin left, when they were setting up in the studio to record this album, I assume they'd rehearsed and demoed these songs with him. So I think this one has more of a feel of the Cole pre-1982, whereas Kircher's second album, Back to Back, doesn't quite have that same shuffle Cole beat. It's moved more into kind of straight hard rock, straight ahead hard rock in some of those songs. So there's still elements of the Cole in this song, in this album, but it's a bit bland in that lyrically, I want to be a big man. I think it's obviously autobiographical from Lancaster. He wasn't the tallest chap around, but it still sounds a bit, I don't know, a bit meh lyric-wise. But for all its faults, the song does drive along, and it kind of goes in, it'd have the driving beat and then go into half time, not double time, and slow down. So those kind of little time changes are good. Keeps it up. It's just, it's not his. It definitely isn't his best song. It's not a backwater. I don't think it matters. It's again, I find it listenable, and I don't think. No, it's not the highest quality album, so it doesn't feel like there's a different quality when this song finishes the album as to what's gone before. I think it's all pretty fair to middle Cole stuff on 1982, and the little build into the solo is quite good, and the solo itself is not too bad. Although I don't know if it really caught a guitar solo. Maybe it's more an instrumental break with Rossi just playing a repeated little tune over and over during it, which is quite nice. And the song has kind of the core harmonies, you know, the traditional oohs and ahs over the chorus, which are fine, but I think they get kind of lost because they kind of replicate them again on the synth, and you just kind of think, take all that nonsense out and go back to your guitar, bass and drums, and it would be a lot better. So obviously the 1982 version is the only version, as it was not a song played live, and obviously as Alan was long out the band by the time Acoustic came around, they were never going to put it on that like they did the other two songs I've reviewed so far. So that's for Big Man, just need to put it in my categories. And yeah, the end of the last episode is, I said I wasn't particularly happy with my categorization of Little Lady. I've stuck in a new category, so it's now essential, then excellent, before you get onto good stuff. So Little Lady is now in the excellent category, which is a slightly better fit. And I'm putting Big Man into occasional listen along there with Belivista Man. I don't know which I would prefer. I'd maybe fall down on the side of Big Man. But yeah, it's a fine song to come on. I would listen to it more than Belivista Man, because I would put 1982 on more, because I think it's a stronger album, and I wouldn't feel the need to stop the album before Big Man came on. It's a song that I wouldn't go to listen to, but it's not a disaster if I hear it. So that was my third random co-song review.